Hello, greetings again. This is another video I'm going to upload on YouTube. I'll be uploading many videos since I was used to live streams on Facebook, many in a day. My case is such very, very traumatizing, tragic, and I feel that all the negativity of the world and past has come on me. Now recently, there was this thing, I reopened the case of Zainab and Josh. Seeing through the Surah Azab verses and from my own Shia hadiths in multilingual Quran, it is available. Aka Buyas and Ali's commentary. So you can search on Google search, or I will provide a link to this multilingual Quran not in my description, but later on post it here in the comment section. So I'm really sorry I cannot believe in Muhammad being a prophet, true prophet of Allah. Although in my dream I want to avoid that right now, because what I've seen, chilling, bone cracking things, seeing through, reading between the lines in Surah Azab, it's heart-wrenching for me. And then hearing about what Muhammad did through Ghalib Kamal, I'm much grateful to him. In Urdu, to the Bani Qurayza tribe. Oh my God, it was heart-wrenching. But I had to listen to it, although not in a condition to listen to others. Better I talk. So, yet gathering information, all this, and finding out, like I mentioned before about the Surah Nur verse, prostitution allowed under consent by those poor slave girls. And sorry, I haven't been well too. Like someone asked me on Haris Sultan's, that's another case, in the comments section, do I want to be a Londi? Now coming from, I thought it was a written in Sanskrit name or a Hindu name. Like, why are they hitting me with this? So I don't know how they were coming, but it sounded quite rude. So I gave it to him many comments. I couldn't, I wasn't well, so, but a level-headed person would say that, no, you know what a Londi is, now that I've come across, and really before, I forgot, I read this verse, Surah Nur verse, then I forget about it. And now it's come in the forefront again. So, a Londi is like, on Haris Sultan's page, Imam Hassan, we are told, married. There were rumors, false rumors. Allama Rashid Turabi spoke about it long time ago in his majlis. 100 marriages, 100 women he married. Oh, so it was a false rumor. However, then I found a book in London, and it was all against Imam Hassan and Imam Ali being philanderers. So I looked at the dictionary, my bedside dictionary. I had Merriam Webster. Philanderer, philanthropist. So I got confused. Like, what? What am I reading here in this book? It was a very fat book. So before going back to Karachi, after doing my law, I had bought this book. which had all these things against Imam Ali and Imam Hassan, and I threw it away. I wish I had brought it with myself. And even after reading this, I've gone for a walk outside because I couldn't take it, what they had written. So like that, then I remember the comment was, do you want to, on Haris Sultan's, one of the YouTube videos. So the comment was, you want to be a Londi, or you are, something like this, which I didn't like. I didn't think it was in good taste or in good manners to ask me in such a way. And so where did Prophet Muhammad say that, now that I found I myself now know directly through a verse in the Quran, Surah Nur verse. But at that time I was like, you don't have to say this to me here. I was just correcting Haris Sultan that it's not, he put in the title Hussein and it's Hassan. Imam Hassan ki Londia. So that he also had slave girls and he was sleeping around left, right and center with them. Excuse me, sorry, I have this bad habit. Okay, now the thing is about Islam, against Islam. I said some things, I found contradictions, contradictory ayats, and sometimes what they told us, right, and that Islam is against prostitution, not of believing good women. So this is very hard for a Shia like me. Pain, and who gives you companionship during your painful days, during the dark souls? And no one wants to come and give you company, and you wouldn't even like company at that time. You would like to be alone. But is there any trustworthy person that you would like to trouble or oblige to come? There was one with me, my aunt. But very few people, you see, can relate. Like Whitney Houston has sung in one of her songs, I think The Miracle. How can one relate to so much pain, and be with them and endure it? Like Sister Gertrude of Darul Sukoon in Karachi, we had this for the physically challenged, mentally challenged, those parents who would throw their children, mothers would just throw their children. I was told by a teacher, Christian teacher. So like I should go to do some social work, go to Sister Gertrude's Darul Sukoon house for the challenged, physically, mentally, thrown away, deserted children by the parents because they had a defect in them. Okay, coming back, like who can relate? So for Imam Hussein, 2 months and 9 days. And we say that their chadars, veils were snatched, and what they endured. Now on one hand, our Rasulullah has the best manners ever. Righteousness, guidance to height of human being. You know what is, what do you call that? Insan-e-kamil, they say in Urdu. Like the height of human beings. Like Allama Iqbal has said, खुदी को कर बुलंद इतना कि खुद I don't remember the whole this thing. अल्लाह बंदे से पूछे तेरी रज़ा क्या है? Like, what is your wish? What do you want? Like that, right? God would ask. So this human dignity and, the heights of human dignity. On one hand, Prophet Muhammad, we were told, had given us, and then seeing Imam Hussein's sacrifice, that no one can be like Imam Hussein and his friends and his women folks, and his children. And it was a mountainous, it was like a mammoth of a, like, I don't know, I still am very scared and confused, and sometimes I remind myself of Surah Nur ayat. You see, when I want to show you, I will come, shall I say now? What I want to say is that about this Islam, how it was for us, and now how it has turned out for me, seeing the ayats. So if you are a Muslim, and you please, in a civilized manner, I don't believe in debates, I believe in friendly way we are discovering. Let's suppose I discover something, I could call my brother, my friend, and say, you know what, I've discovered that Rasulullah wasn't that great after all. Look at this verse. So like that, my friend is not going to come and kill me or bang the phone down on me. Or my brother would say, I'd say, are you interested in this? If my brother says, no, I'm not interested, then I won't be messaging my brother, contacting him. If someone says, yes, I'm interested, so this is a video and a thing for those who are interested in knowing the truth, are interested in discovering the other side that I've seen of Islam, where there are contradictions, where Rasulullah, I find out, has played a victim. I don't know how to say it in other words, succinctly, where he was a dirty man. Sorry to see, this is against myself too, considering what I've said against Hindus and what I found. It would be so easy for me if this religion was true. I would be so elated, because I can't find people like my Khojas in these Shias and some other Shias who really reach out, like my friend did once and twice and many times like that. No, not only once, but like my friend has been doing, reaching out in times of trouble. And, Imam Hussein was in trouble in Karbala, but he was determined to sacrifice to save us. And we are the ones who go through this pain and this darkness, the losses and all. Very few people can do this. But what I discovered, to my shock, was that one thing was that the Satan thing, that how can Satan up there, so close to God, refuse unki, like God's glory? So, I used to wonder, how can people not understand God's glory? And then, this is why it has shocked the living daylights out of me, that Shaitan uses the same glory of God to mislead people, harass people, human beings. So this has brought a resentment. No, a resentment came because against God. Why did you create this world and people suffering and so much evil here and all this? So I won't be able to completely explain myself here. I leave it halfway sometimes. When I can complete it, I will come back. So you see, that's why I'm so angry, frustrated. I cannot tell you the shock, the pain, whatever, by the glory of God. And that the same glory of God, even Prophet Muhammad and his believers share. And again, I will mention this. Two Muslim, for the very, to be very simplified, I'll just say, I don't mean to, Sunnis, Shias, I don't mean to personally attack the Sunnis or Muslims and Shia Muslims. So non-Shia Muslims and Shia, how shall I say this? Shia Sunni. Wahhabis, everything Salafis come in the Sunni. Okay, so I could understand, now I know, the fear cast in them. I knew it before also, but all this I've been saying in my previous video, I'll try to say it again. What I want to say here is that, you see, coming back and repeating Sunni Shia, you see, just keep that in mind here, that the fear cast in their beings, Umayyad side, followers of these caliphs of Umayyad, not the Ali Muhammad, not the family of Muhammad, was so much that, why this? So were they telling us the Umayyads were not against, they were against this false prophet? And the Sunnis didn't see that. They saw that they were great Sahabas of Sunnis didn't scrutinize their books, their hadiths. They saw that Banin, how could they miss the Quran ayat in Surah Tahrim? All this missing, and then they say one Allah. Do not associate anyone with Allah. Do not call upon anyone, other than Allah, besides Allah, or along with Allah also, they say. Now, they shouldn't say along with Allah, because this would be sharing some knowledge from Allah that Prophet Muhammad has been given. Isn't it giving it, sharing some, like what Allah wills Prophet Muhammad to know from his vast, complete, absolute knowledge? Isn't it sharing? So isn't it along with Allah? So in certain verse I found that what Allah has vouchsafed, meaning then you can associate, like you can say Prophet is the messenger of Allah. This is the creation of Allah. Now, no one shares in the power, that absolute power, creation, was, they were not witnesses to creation, or were we witnesses? So the power, Allah, that power, that glory, is it that one that Shaitan is misleading us through? And so this means that, isn't it associating, isn't it using that glory? Am I confusing you, Or am I being, in discovering this, you could say that I'm trying to say that idol worshippers, what's wrong with idol worshipping? We have now the word, so it's more refined. Now, like the language, at first they used to make things, draw things, then it went into this refinement, and it became words, writing. Also in communication, through verbally, they used to do these sign languages first, they wouldn't talk. So the refinement came slowly in human beings. It was an evolution, and could Muhammad have taken it to be that those who first used to make, cuneiforms, like designs, what's that language? Writing, make animals and communicate like this also, or maybe just like this, and they couldn't talk. Their tongues were not refined to talk. So they've been struck so hard. This is shirk, and this is terrible. When this was ancient, raw, maybe at that time, they could speak, they could write, they had scriptures also, but they had idols also to represent energies, or maybe elements, and energies, different energies. We have this wave energy, we have electromagnetic energy, we have the consciousness field, then the and we have light years. We have all these energies that it's all a creation, glory of God. So I don't know how to say this properly, but do you think that Prophet Muhammad could have unnecessarily, unjustly, this one God, and made such a blunder that now we have these two, like, very prominent, conflicting schools of thought in Islam that can't, this one says kafir hai, disbelievers, polytheists, munafiq, polytheists, no, mushrikun. We say these people, they are misguided, but anyways, leave them alone. Because Imam Hussein against Yazid, and we will not be the aggressors. We don't go killing them, but it is known, understandable. We understand that this school of thought is not right, and they're following the wrong religion, wrong leaders in this religion of Islam. Please, if I forget to properly phrase please forgive me, my wordings, and but I do mean good. Should we see this to understand where we went wrong, or should the whole blame go on not even on Umayyads, but Prophet Muhammad was the culprit? So I've had such a thing. I've had jerks that day, Zainab bin Josh, communicating all these negative things like spiritual past. I don't know if anyone really, that Muhammad killed my husband, Zara, my first husband, recently. Or is this an exploitation by some Hindu? So the blame, I don't know, I don't want to, but should I say, I've said it now, and I'll apologize later. I'll find out what this is really. Because when I was reading Surah Azab verses, right, I couldn't understand. Um, then reading between the lines, I saw that Prophet Muhammad, there are some contradictions, and adoption and all that. I've explained many details, reflecting, and some details also on live stream, as much as I could find, reflecting on it. I found Rasulullah to have the Sunni side being better, that he lusted after, and that, him saying, like they say that if only non-mahram, men and women are together, the third is alone together, the third is the devil, or shaitan. So it was rightly put, I was reminded by Christian prince and apostate prophet. So, and think about this, right? Our Shias, we are told, went into research details and all this very first, for the sake of the truth and nothing but the truth. Only concerned about the truth. So because I'm from the Shia side, this is my way of doing research, finding the truth. Because as a Shia, I was told by my aunt also that no, we are allowed. But but then of course, once we find out the truth against, then if in Iran or in Pakistan, somewhere we say it publicly and announce it publicly. If we leave it like hidden, then it is okay. No one will come after us. But if it is publicly announced, that I don't believe, now there's social media and all this, it will cost us our lives. And the Iranian Shia Awqaf, my Shia Awqaf here, if I go and meet Sayyid Ali al-Hakim and tell him now that this is what I've seen. So they will decide. Maybe, I think the Shias will look into this matter. I hope so. And what I've seen is that compensation for Zainab bin Jahsh was made, in the sense that Prophet Muhammad married her. Because she refused, firstly, she didn't want to marry Zaid bin Jahsh. Zainab Zaid bin Harith. She didn't want to marry him. But Rasulullah, I don't know why, forced her. Why would Rasulullah force Zainab bin Jahsh to marry Zaid? A lot of things like the Shias know how to, and someone articulate can help me in this. I have the thing, but I cannot say it, like articulate it. You see, how can Zainab, why would Rasulullah ask Zainab bin Jahsh to marry Zaid when her consent is not given? We were told in marriages, weddings are, when our Shia, I don't know about the Sunni very much in detail, but when our alim comes for the aqad, marriage, and asks us, he asks us 3 times, are you a daughter of such and such, do you agree to marry this son of such and such, so and so? 3 times they ask. So, how could it? So that's why we couldn't get, that's why my aunt told me that it was a suggestion. But Imam Muhammad al-Baqir, I found out, has, and then for marriage, even Rasulullah, we were told, cannot force anyone. He can try to bring love and, get the relationship. They can see each other, and then Rasulullah can develop that love in their hearts. Then slowly, but like this, forcefully, Imam Muhammad al-Baqir said. Then this verse came out in Surah Azhab, verse 36, before verse 37. So it's coming from the narration of Imam, I don't know, Imam, our fifth Imam, Imam Muhammad al-Baqir. I am like about to collapse, so I'll give myself some rest and then come back again. Thank you so much.